Hello and welcome to the Direct Selling Success Podcast. I'm Anna Green and I'm here to share with you tips, tricks, and training on network marketing done right. Thank you for listening. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the podcast. I'm here on my own today. It feels a little bit strange. I don't know. It's been quite a while since I've done one on my own, and I'm sat here recording this and feel a little bit weird. It's very strange. But here I am. I'm here for you guys to give you some valuable training today and some insights into something I think you really need to hear today. It's really important to make sure that you're making the money that you want to in this industry, getting the success that you want in this industry. So let me just get started straight away into this. One of the things that we've been talking about with my clients over the past few weeks, something that's come up a lot, has been the frustration that they're doing all the things. Do any of you lot listening, do you listening now feel like you're doing all the things in your business? You are trying to manage your accounts. You are creating all the social media stuff, sitting down doing all the editing and making it look pretty and crafting the content, all that stuff. Are you having to sit down and create sample packs and host packs and drop catalogues off and go and meet clients or look after your team? Gosh, the list's endless, isn't it? All the filing and the admin and the paperwork and the putting your orders on and oh, goodness me, it's all there, isn't it? Everything. And it can get really overwhelming. And I know lots of my clients at the moment have been coming to me, and it seems to be a spate of this. Don't know why. But they've been saying, I'm doing all these things, but I'm just not making the sales I want. I'm not getting the team in that I want. I'm not bringing in the recruits as many as I want. I'm not being able to get to those bigger goals that I want. So I've sat down with a few of them and looked at what they're doing on a daily basis within their business, in the time that they've got for their business. Because, some were working full time, some have been, parents with children, some have been business full time. So very different styles of business, different ways of working, different levels in the companies. And one thing was really clear all the way through for every single person. Yes, they were doing lots. Yes, they were really busy. But their focus was not on what was going to make them the money. Their focus was on doing all the things, being reactive, looking after team members, going and delivering packs or orders or, crafting beautiful posters on Canva, watching training. Oh my goodness me. Training is great, but it can become a form of procrastination. Oh, I'm working on my business because I'm watching this 2-hour Zoom. Maybe you're procrastinating now. Maybe you're watching me thinking, oh, this is really helpful, but I really should be doing something to work on my business. But I am, because I'm sat listening to Anna. I'm going to kind of say something in a minute that might hit home, especially if you've been watching training a lot. But bear with me for now. So yeah, these clients were doing an awful lot of stuff. They were doing all those things. What they were not doing was the money-making activities. They were missing this crucial bit. Yeah, they were touching on it. Yeah, they were, offering people the opportunity to buy and putting social media posts up that had calls to actions to come and buy this thing, but not enough to make enough of a difference to get them closer to that goal. They were managing. They were staying consistent at the level that they were at. It was not having much of an effect to propel them to their next leadership level or to their next income goal. It was just ticking them along. And they were wondering why they just weren't getting any further. And the basic reason was they were doing all the things in their business like they should be, but their focus was mainly on the things that were safe. And I'm going to say this because I think it's something that everybody needs to be aware of. We can feel like we're doing loads of stuff on our business. And yeah, you might have a to-do list that is, pages long of all this stuff that you need to do. Yeah, that's great. And yes, it all needs doing. And don't get me wrong, you know, it's important. But if you've got a goal, a sales goal, a recruiting goal, a bookings goal, whatever it might be, if your main focus in that day is not that part of your business, that income producing activities side of it, you are not going to get where you want to get, despite working all day on, I don't know, whatever it is that needs doing that day that is so important, but it's not money making. All the creating lovely folders and fancy bits of graphics and making your reels look spot on, which if you've seen my Instagram, I get business from my Instagram and it is not perfect, it is just done. And yes, it probably could be better, but I want to focus on the money making activities, not faffing around making my images and my reels perfect. That's my choice, but I want to make the money. So there we go. So I wanted today to come in here and give you a few things that you can be doing on a daily basis that my clients have found incredibly valuable that I wanted to share with you guys as well. And it is something that I teach to my one-to-one clients, to my masterminds. Um, you're getting it for free. And I think it's really valuable that you get this. So it's literally 5 things. That is it. 5 things. I'm just checking that I am being literal. Yes, I am. 5 things. Just check my notes. I hate it when people say literally this and it's not literally that. But it is 5 things. And if you concentrate on these every working day in your business as the main core of things that you do to build and grow your income, your team, it will get you to trips, this is it. 5 things. Okay. So these 5 things are not complicated. Anybody can do them. They might feel a little scary at first, depending on where your comfort level is with selling and meeting people. But I want you to work from your level of comfort zone now. When it comes to these tasks, these 5 things, think about where you are and what you are willing to do. And from that point, when you do those things that are kind of like a little bit scary, you can do the scarier things later on down the line. You'll build up to the scarier things. So the first thing that I want you to start doing every single day is engaging in some way with your audience. Now, many of you will put up a post on social media and think, oh, I've done my engaging with my audience. No, you haven't. You've done a little bit of it. I'd probably say you want to be doing between 15 and 30 minutes of this a day, at least, if you can. And it wants to be actively engaging with your potential clients, your actual clients, people who you can collaborate with, or in places where you can meet your ideal clients. Now, this is important because just engaging with the people on social media, I mean, you can quite happily, comment under your mum's post. That is not what I mean. What I mean is actively engaging as you and your business, not selling, but engaging, having meaningful conversations with people, helping them with a problem that your products or services solve, going and finding out more about them, maybe sending them a little message just to check in or to go and help them with something, or saying hi to new followers and asking them a question and bringing them into your world. Anything that is going to keep you visible, to be sociable, to remind people where you are, to bring them along that buyer's journey, building the like, know, and trust. This bit's really important. I do way more than 15 to 30 minutes of this a day. I would say, 80% of my day is spent doing these 5 things that I'm telling you about. So this is a big chunk of my day. It's having and creating genuine, useful conversations with people. Okay. It's an art form. If you've not done it before, it can be a bit weird, but it is really meaningful. I mean, just be a genuine person. Have your business at the forefront of your mind. Help people, ask questions, find out about them, help them with stuff. You're onto a winner. Because if you do that, you'll end up in conversations that create opportunities for you to sell down the line. Second thing, Follow up. Oh gosh, I hate that word. Anybody else hate that word? Gosh, it's horrible. It is just conversations again, but they are much more focused, much more intentional than just engaging. So this could be customer care stuff. Not just are you ready to buy now, but checking in, making sure they're all right with their stuff, sharing an offer with them, telling them what's coming up, inviting them to stuff, anything like that. Following up with potential leads. So people who have expressed an interest or you think might be interested or that you've reached out to before, follow up with them. Follow up with somebody that you've had an engaging conversation with from step one. Maybe you've had that another day. It's worth tracking these. I'd find yourself some way of tracking these if possible, because it's going to make such a difference. But anybody that you can follow up with that is going to lead you closer to a sale or get you a sale. So, old customers, people who might want a job, somebody you've seen on Facebook that you think, oh, actually, they would be really good at this. I'm going to go and offer it to them. People you know, don't be spammy. But just get out there and start following up and leading those conversations down the route of helping and supporting them with what you sell and what you offer as an opportunity. The third thing that I think that you should be doing every single day is putting out some calls to action. A lot of people, when it comes to social media or messaging people or having conversations, the bit that they miss is this vital call to action. So, on your social media posts, let's start with that. You can put a call to action to either ask somebody to comment, ask someone to follow, ask someone to potentially buy. What you're doing here is you are leading people from where they are now to more conversations, or from the conversations that you're having into conversations about purchasing or joining. So you are just with the calls to actions that you're putting, it's not always buy my stuff, join my team. It's other things as well. Maybe some subtle things like asking a question, trying to get people to answer it. It's just simple little things, but most posts on social media miss this bit out. And it's a vital bit for the engagement and carrying on the conversation. So have a think about how you're going to do that. Calls to actions as well in messages. When you pick up the phone to people, if you pick up the phone to people, in an email, where can you put a call to action that you haven't been doing before? I've seen so many follow-ups and so many sales pitches in the DMs where there isn't even a call to action to reply or to say yes. Let me know what you think is not a call to action. Let me know what you think will halt the conversation immediately. Ask a question, put a call to action on there and try and get a yes or a no, or ask a question that will carry on the conversation. So that is number 3. Number 4, do something today that is going to guarantee you the ability to make a sale or a joining offer tomorrow. And what I mean by this is, if you're working on your future business every day, what happens is, and I don't know how I'm going to describe this properly on on an audio rather than a video, but basically, if you're doing something for tomorrow, not necessarily the day after, but the future, that's going to make you sales in the future, and you do that every day, what will happen is, as you reach the points where you've got the future business coming in into your diary, you're going to be able to make sales from it. So, for example, today, go and book yourself into a fair for sometime next month. Today, book in a call with somebody to do them a discovery call. Do something today that is going to get you meeting new people in 2 weeks' time. Book into a networking meeting. Decide that you are going to go and prospect in the town. I don't know, whatever it is. But if you plan the future activity, when it comes round, you'll be able to do the 5 things without really having to think about it, because the action, the activity will be there for you to do the things. Do you see what I mean? It's very hard to explain, but it works for my business all the time. So when I was doing the party plan side of the business, the idea was that if I booked a party every day for some time in the future, I would always have a party in my diary. Therefore, I could keep my business consistent. I knew that I was always going to have sales and I knew I was always going to meet new people because I was booking parties into the diary. The principle's the same whether you are party plan or not. The principle is the same for my business now. If I know if I book a event in, so go to like for example, I am going to From Graft to Growth with Rochelle Gilburn in June. I know I am going there. I'm going to meet my ideal client in that room. They will be in that room and I will be able to engage with them, have and create conversations, and then I'll be able to follow up with them. And I'll probably get another future activity from it without really having to follow my 5 things a day. I'm hoping you see what I mean. But any questions, drop them in the comments. And then the fifth thing. The fifth thing. This one's quite important. Very important. You might have done this already in one of the other 4, but I want to make doubly sure that you're doing it at least once. Offer the opportunity for someone to buy, book, or join. Preferably all 3 every day. If you want joiners every week, offer the opportunity every day. If you want sales every day, offer the opportunity to buy every day. In person, no, not in person, to one person, not generically sticking a Facebook post out, but to a person, offer it. In the DMs, when you're stood in front of them in the shop or at a networking meeting, offer somebody the chance to buy. Because when you do that, you'll get into the habit of doing that. It will become more normal to do that. And you will start to make sales and get recruits every day. Yes, you're going to get no's. That's okay. As long as you are offering in a genuine, authentic, helpful way with integrity and not spamming the world through an inbox that people you don't know. This is for like genuine people that you've built a relationship up with that you know it will help them. I'm not saying message 20 people a day and everybody will say no until you get the random 1 in 1,000 that say yes. No, I don't teach that. But if you find people that you know, that like, know, and trust you, that you can see that you can solve a problem, whether that is through a product or service or through joining or through inviting them to something. If you don't know of anybody who will actually buy or join right now, invite them to something. That's the same thing for now. If you're at the stage where you haven't really got any potential customers yet, if you're doing that on a regular basis, you will build a big business. It's not overly complicated. Those people who are saying no now, they're the ones you follow up with. They're the ones that you engage with on your socials. They're the ones that maybe will give you a referral for a future activity. Keep going with it. Just those 5 things. So just to recap before we head off, engage with your audience, follow up with leads, calls to action, future activity, offer. 5 things every day. I want you to commit to doing those 5 things every day that you are working on your business and then report back into me after a week and tell me how you've got on. Drop me an Instagram message at Direct Selling Success. That would be great. I want to see my inbox full of you guys going, I've done the 5 activities, I've done the 5 things, and I want to know your results. You have my permission to inbox me. You've done the 5 things. And if you're struggling with it and you don't really understand how to do it, again, drop me a message at Direct Selling Success and I'll give you some tips. Happy to do that. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of the podcast. I shall be back next week with, I don't think I've got a guest next week either. I think it's just me. It'll be just me again, teaching you something else. Have fun this week and I will see you all soon. Bye.